Perfect. So you're in Texas, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Are you not affected by any of this weird weather, fire patterns?
No, it's hot as fuck here every year. No, I'm not.
No, it's hot here too, but we're getting some. I'm in Richmond, Virginia, and the air quality is horrible. It's looks like it's super foggy out because of the smoke from Canada.
Oh, you know what? I did hear about that, actually. Yeah, yeah. Dang.
It's really bad. Like you can go outside and smell it, and it's thousands of miles away.
Oh, my God. I saw a picture of New York last night. It was just like an orange haze.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that bad here, but there's definitely a haze. It's really weird.
We get a lot of wildfires from Mexico that come up to DF. I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth, and we get it. And man, it brings a lot of allergies and shit. You just get really irritated. It sucks.
Yep. Anyway, let's talk about Lockjaw.
Sure. Yeah.
So, for those not familiar, can you give us the 2-sentence elevator pitch, boardroom pitch?
Yeah, we are a metal. I wouldn't call us any specific genre. We're a metal band from Fort Worth, Texas. We started in '98. I started the band right out of high school, and we took a few years off. We did real well in the Dallas scene. We've always had a good name here, but we took a few years off. And I want to say it was around 2018. About 2016. We came back, did a few shows, and realized we wanted to continue doing it. And so I had a manager reach out, or somebody was trying to sign us, and got me with Chris Collier, who was our producer, and that's kind of where it all came. This work. So
nice. And Dallas has a pretty good metal scene, right? I know you've got some good venues. Like I think Trees is down there, right?
Yeah, that's actually where we're doing our album release show, July 15th. Clint's a good friend of mine. He used to be the drummer for Vanilla Ice and another really cool band here in Dallas. The Dallas scene, in the early 2000s, Dallas was huge. We had Pantera, then Damage Plan, then we had Element 80. They did real well with Universal Republic. We had a Drowning Pool, good friends of ours. We've had quite a few bands come up from here. Memphis May Fire, I think.
Right.
So, and then now, since we came back and started doing this, a lot of the bands that were just kind of playing low are starting to take it seriously. Everybody's kind of starting to, after COVID, I think everybody's saying, hey, let's do this again. Let's go. And the scene's really popping, and it's good.
COVID really leveled the playing field, though, right? Because everybody sort of is now on the same, I guess, on the same level after you coming out of that, right? It's like starting new for everyone.
Yeah, it is. We lost a third of the venues, probably. Yeah. We luckily survived most of our venues. The Ridgely Theater, the Rail Club in Fort Worth. There's a new place called Tulips. It's really cool. It's a nice venue. We have Trees still in Dallas. We have the Bomb Factory, which is now called the Factory. It's not called the Bomb Factory anymore. They had a change of ownership. Deep Ellum was a community in Dallas that was really great for many years. I don't know if you ever went there or not.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. Yeah.
Yeah. The scene isn't what it used to be. The scene used to be compacted to about 4 or 5 streets in Dallas called Deep Ellum Historic Arts District. And they had Trees, the Curtain Club, the Galaxy Club, Club Dada. I mean, there's all these in like 4 blocks.
Right.
And now it's basically just Trees in the Bomb Factory. And there's a smaller room at the Bomb Factory. It's called the room. I can't remember what it's called. It used to be Deep Ellum Live, but I can't remember what it's called now.
I had some of the best barbecue in my life in Deep Ellum probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I can't think of the name of the place now, but
Terry Black's is over there. They're real good. He's
they have like an outside patio area and really big inside. Yeah. Really good.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Terry Black's, where he has all the smokers sitting outside.
Yeah.
Propane tank.
Yep.
He's actually from Austin, and he's down in downtown Austin. Man, amazing. And I didn't even know they had one in Dallas for a while, because I don't go over there very often.
Yeah.
Fort Worth is about an hour away. That's where I'm at.
Right. So you guys have released a couple singles, but I Can't Escape is the one that I've been jamming. What's been the reaction to it so far?
Great. They keep getting better. We're like in this new marketing world where like we're not on a label. So I started my own label for Lockjaw. And the first single was Silence the Fear. The second single was Living in My Head. The third single was Breaking Point, I think. And then Devil in Disguise was in there too. Then Breaking. So we were just doing singles just to really pump up our algorithm and really get things going.
Right.
And it's done a really good job for us. But I feel kind of like I'm wasting 4 or 5 songs almost by dumping them out. But we got with Sony Orchard and they're like, let's get the album out, then you guys can do some more singles, kind of mix it up, get you a catalog. So that's what we're doing. The reaction has been the best so far. We reached 10,000 streams within like a week and a half or something.
Nice.
You know,
so these singles are leading up to a full length?
Yes. So the record comes out July 7th. And in fact, we just got our vinyl presses in last night or day before yesterday. And so I was going to bring one in here to show you, but yeah, the record comes out July 7th and it's a full length. And we didn't really know how we were going to do it. We got with this producer and Chris Collier, who works with Korn, Nonpoint, Vended, a bunch of just acts that we want to be playing with. And we started just doing songs. And so we got the first 2 or 3, we released them. Let's get the momentum and get the ball rolling. And then I don't know. I guess we just decided, hey, let's go ahead. We got with Sony Orchard.
Right.
And Lewis was just like, hey, yeah, let's get the full thing done. Let's just let's get you a record out, get you a catalog. So that's what we did. And I think there's 4 or 5 songs left that nobody's heard.
How exciting was it to get that first vinyl pressing?
Oh my God. Amazing. In fact, I had laid down. I was tired that day. I had a busy day, and I laid down at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. And my wife texted me. My wife was laying there, and she said, "Hey, Kim across the street just texted and said you have a ton of boxes on your front porch." I was like, "Dang it! I just got wound down. I was really like right there, ready to go to sleep." Right. And if I don't do that, I will not sleep for the whole night. And so, of course, I go try to open the door, and all the boxes are pushed up against the door. So I'm like having to finagle my way out of the door. Of course, you've got like hundreds of just records,
Right.
And so, of course, we got one out, and I was super excited and up all night.
That's great. Did you play it a million times?
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. I just have been busy. Crap. We had the record come out. We got the record in. I've been designing stuff for the release. We've got a tour coming up with the boys in Ill Nino. I've just got a million things going. So yeah, I'm gonna take a moment when there's nobody bugging me, and I'm gonna listen to the whole thing.
Nice. That's funny you mentioned Ill Nino. I'm really good friends with and he's friends of the show, Marcus. Marco, sorry, yeah. Marco. Yeah. He's great.
Yeah, I saw him the other night at the last show of the tour in Fort Worth, and he's a great front man. He's awesome. A lot of energy. Oh my God.
I actually haven't seen him with Ill Nino. I saw him with Shattered Sun a bunch of times.
Yeah.
His previous band. How far is he from you? Like, I don't even know where Alice, Texas is, but
where's he at?
Alice? I don't know.
Alice?
Yeah, Alice. I have no idea.
I feel like that's down San Antonio way. That's about 4 hours.
But anyway, he's a nice guy. That'll be a good tour, right? Because they're really tearing it up.
They're doing a great job. Dave Shivari, that kind of runs the show for that band. He's got his hands in so many things. He has his bus company. He like rents out tour buses to other bands, and which is cool because that provides their band tour buses. They're super expensive right now. And he's working every angle to make El Nino come back. And new metal's coming back. It was such a push right now that it's perfect time for them because that was right when they were in their heyday.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, that'll be a great tour then. You should get a good crowds.
Yeah, I talked to him the other night, and there's some surprises that I don't know about yet that are coming. So we're just waiting for all the details. All I know is that we are allowed to say officially that we are going on tour with El Nino this summer to support our record, and it's our first tour like this. This is the first. We've done regional stuff here and there. We've gone to Florida and back, but this will be the first run for us, and we're really excited about it. Yeah, and they're great guys.
Oh yeah. How do you prepare for a full length like that, or a more national sort of thing?
The hardest part, believe it or not, was getting time off for guys in the band. Like, I'm a partner in a roofing operation here in Texas because we get a lot of hail, and I am the record label. I focus on pushing and funding the band and doing everything that needs to be done on the business side. But so I have a really open schedule to do what I need to do. But and two of my other guys work for themselves, which is great. But actually, three of my other guys work for themselves. But one of them, our bassist, works for a big telecommunications company,
Right.
and he's subject to time off and things. So that was the hard part, finagling time to make sure that vacations. And I just figured for the first few years while we're developing and just trying to blow the band up, that we wouldn't be out for more than 2 or 3 weeks at a time anyway. And he was able to allocate that time. And as long as we're playing weekend runs in Texas and regionally, and we can save that vacation time
for the longer stretches.
For the long stretch. And we got opportunities. It hasn't announced it, but we're playing a very, very notable festival in Mexico City in November. But that's all I can say. So things like that.
Right. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So it's just now starting. Things are happening. Last year we got to do the So What Music Fest, and they did it at the Texas Rangers Stadium.
Oh, nice.
And it had like 6 stages, and gosh, it had Lorna Shore and Wage War and Hatebreed and a bunch of awesome bands. And we got to drop out Kings with it. We got to meet a lot of cool bands, and that was a cool thing. And we sold so many tickets here in Dallas. We sold thousands of dollars in tickets that they put us for our stage. They put us as the headliner for our stage, like the last band.
Nice. Right.
Yeah, that was cool. And then we get to do a deal with 97.1 The Eagle, which was our radio station, no longer exists. I don't know why they do that, but we don't have a rock station in one of the biggest markets in the country, except for KNON, our friends at KNON, Reckless Rock Radio and Hard Time Radio, Thrash and Allen. But we don't have like a major active rock station. And so they got us on a show called The Freakers Ball, and Disturbed headlined, and we played at Dickies Arena. That was the first arena show we've ever done, and it was crazy because Live Nation brought us in and treated us like they gave us our own room. I mean, It was amazing. It was Disturbed, Drowning Pool, Asking Alexandria was supposed to be on, but they had to drop. Dorothy, New Year's Day, us, and it was amazing.
That's great.
Yeah.
So when you guys are heading out on the road here, are you going to be playing stuff, revisiting stuff from the previous incarnation of the band, or is it all just like starting from 2016 or whatever you said and forward?
That's interesting. That's a really good question. So it's hard because we've been a band for 23 years, right? So we've released, I want to say 1, 2, 3, or 4 EPs just during that time, and it was all about playing live. If I could go, if my 44-year-old self could go back and talk to my 21-year-old self, I would say, go live in the studio and never come out until you have some seriously good material. We were all about playing live, and we would just go record some stuff so we could play live versus focusing all of our energy on recording and then supporting what we had, the masterpiece that we put out,
Right.
That's how we think now. So the way I see it, I actually had quite a bit of music on Spotify and on the DSPs, and I pulled them down because I talked to a manager guy, a label guy. They were helping consulting for us, kind of helping us kind of figure everything out. And I said, what do you think? And he said, pull it all down, start fresh. Just show the world what you're made of now, because relatively nobody had heard it yet. The Dallas scene had heard it, but it didn't really matter. So when we go out on tour, we're going to get probably 25 minutes a night. We're going to play all new stuff. It's going to be new. For our headliners here at home, we're going to play a couple of the old. We're going to play all new stuff. Like our release show is going to be the full album cover to cover, but we're going to add a couple things in there,
Okay, cool. Right, but mostly it's going to be brand new.
Yeah. Yeah, this stuff is superior to anything we've ever done. And having a producer like Chris, they call him the wizard for a reason. He's got an incredible eye and incredible ear. He sits down and helps us work through the arrangements. He's a drummer first, so he has an incredible ear for arrangement. One day he'll be in the studio working with the Korn guys, and then the next day he'll be working with us.
Right.
That's to get that inspirational overflow. If Korn's just overflow, and dude, they're writing songs out there. They write constantly writing with them. So if I'm getting that creative overflow into this camp, I will take it. I'll take it. He's amazing.
Oh, absolutely. And then, the experience and the knowledge they bring to the table is probably priceless.
Oh my God. We were recording vocals on the last few tracks of the record. And he was like, "Hey man, I'm in Bakersfield, so I'm going to have to record from here." And I was like, "Where are you at?" He goes, "Oh, this is Korn studio." And I was like, "Oh my God, we're on video like this." It was crazy.
All right. So don't take this the wrong way because it's not meant to be. But so I'm in my 50s as well. You said you're 44 years old. Did you ever imagine, or what's it feel like to, I guess is a better way to phrase it, to do this at middle age or middle age or something like that? Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. No, I love it. It's a great question. I embrace my age. I feel 25. I go to the gym every single day. I'm wearing my gym shirt right now. I get up in the morning. I eat carnivore, Whole Foods only. I go to the gym every day. I bust my ass. All of the guys in the band are like really busting their ass to be in shape and take care of themselves. I find all the guys in Metallica is huge inspirations to see them.
Hetfield looks better now than he ever did. I was just telling my son that yesterday. I was like, man, I just saw him like backstage clips from the European tour, and he looks amazing. He looks relaxed. He looks like he's in such a great place, just smoking a cigar, hanging out.
That's so dope. That is so inspirational. Can Hetfield say something? The light's going to kind of reflect on it, but you can kind of see that.
Oh, yeah.
That was 2019. Look how much heavier he is right there.
Yeah.
That was before he went to this last stint of rehab. And him and I sat and talked. We were backstage doing the meet and greet thing, and we sat and talked about how inspirational it was that he had chose his family and chose, sobriety. And so I guess he had to check himself. I guess he slipped a little and said, "You know what? I got to go back to it." And, we're pretty much a sober household here. Me and my wife, we gave that up. That's an old life. So that, I think you're asking me, going back to the question, sorry, I get a little off.
That's great. We meander often.
Yeah. So taking care of our bodies, listening to our bodies, doing a hell of a lot more cardio than we used to, doing lots of hiking and stuff helps us in here. It helps us. And our singer, Joe, is hippie. He's crazy. He walks around barefooted constantly. He's like, in the video for I Can't Escape, he's walking around barefoot. He's running barefooted across that field. He's,
Right.
So we're all taking care of ourselves. We had a little, in Vegas, scare. Our drummer, Scott, out. And we thought he had a heart attack. He's a big dude. He's like 6'3", 270. He's a big boy. And to play that fast, we got there. He fell out. We had to rush him to the hospital. We didn't get to play the show. It was a festival, Apocalypse in the Desert Festival.
Right.
We got him there. And they said, "Well, you didn't have a heart attack, but we're going to keep you overnight, do testing." He gets back to Texas. We get him back. He's feeling terrible. He has a concussion from falling. He was out for a week. We missed a show. We had a whole April run plan, and we missed half of it, basically. Right. And so he ended up having an angiogram. They went in through his groin and came all the way up to his heart, and figured out he did not have a heart attack or a blockage, but they feel like he definitely is on the edge of stress, like that stress heart attack. So he started losing weight, eating clean, taking care of his body. So I guess going back to your question, it is really important that we just take care of ourselves. I watching Metallica do what they're doing. I think all that matters is we're writing kick-ass songs, and if the
Right.
world likes those songs, then we're going to go perform those songs. If the
Good for
world
you.
does it, the world's going to tell. Consumption is going to tell us what to do. You know, I'm not going to.
So let me ask you a question there, and I know I'm
Yeah,
interrupting, but
yeah,
consumption's going to tell you what to do. But in the end, you're still doing this because you enjoy doing it, right? Because it's at the
yes,
heart of who you are, not necessarily because
yeah.
5,000 people are going to buy it on the first day. Does that make sense?
It is. We're doing it 100% because this is what we love to do. But the consumption is going to determine the investment. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
a producer, 15, 20 grand,
Right.
a publicist, a lot of money,
Right.
buying records, thousands of dollars. You can burn $3,000 or $4,000 quickly. Buying an RV to tour in,
Right.
all that stuff. If we want to just continue writing music for the purity of it, we'll play right here in Dallas and
Right.
sell out venues here and
And
make
go
good
get
money.
barbecue.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Right.
But I want to be on Knotfest. I want to be on the next Metallica stadium tour. I want to be on with all of them. I want to go all the way.
Right.
That's just where my mind is. I'm already there. Here,
Right.
I'm there. And I'm just trying to make sure that not only do we put out cool songs, but we could put out cool videos and visuals and everything to accompany it, just to make it as prolific, not prolific, but it's just as potent as possible.
Right. That makes sense. All right,
So,
so we're running up on time, and I've got a quick little questionnaire at the end. But what if fans want to find Lockjaw? How do they get to find you online?
okay, so lockjawlive.com, just our website, and that has links to every social. You can go to lockjawlive.com. We have our official online store. You can buy an advanced copy of the record there if you want. On Facebook, we're Lockjaw Live. On Instagram, we're Lockjaw Metal. TikTok, we're Lockjaw Metal, and so on. So, yeah, we're all over the place.
Awesome. So I'm a big fan of the. I don't know if you remember the old Actors Studio with James Lipton.
Yeah.
So I've got his 10 questions here that I think are really good, and they make great shorts later on. So if you don't mind, we'll run through those, and then we'll call it a day.
Please.
So what is your favorite word?
Fuck.
And mine too, by the way. What is your least favorite word?
No.
What sound or noise do you love?
My dog eating a Dorito.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, God. Well, I can tell you one thing. The toilet's running right now in the other room is pissing me off, so I hate that.
Perfect. So the next one is going to be, what is your favorite curse word? But I think we just covered that in the other one. What profession would you like not to do?
Oh, man. Plumbing.
All right. And the last one then for you is, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Oh, man. Good job. Good job. Dude, you did it. You pushed it hard, And I think heaven does exist, and I think I'm going to hear that. I hope.
All right. And I lied to you. I missed one because I was just...
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Other creative people. Other creative people. Hang on one second.
Yeah.
My wife. Other creative people that are, people that are inspired and feel that their existence is bigger than themselves. That I think that is the most attractive thing about humans. Is I hate seeing people. Can I elaborate on this just a little bit?
Yeah, you sure can. We got about 3 minutes.
Okay. A lot of this record is about silencing the voice of fear. Look out for the devil in disguise, people that are soothsayers that are going to bring you in and help you. I Can't Escape is about escaping your addiction and it has a lot to do with mental health. Living in My Head is mental health. So all these songs are about real things that I think people could really connect to right now in the age that we're in after post-COVID, whatever the fuck is going on,
Right.
all of those things. So that's what this is all about. And so people that are, it doesn't matter what they're doing. If they're a plumber or a roofer, or they're just a student or whatever, seeing people that are inspired, seeing people be creative with what they have been given, their talents. It doesn't matter at what level. I love that. That's exciting to me. I'm teaching my kids how to play my kid played the Master of Puppets the other day on the guitar. It blew me away,
Right.
My kid comes in here and gets on the drums, They have all this at their fingertips right here. So to see them just have that spark, and they're inspired by me at 44 doing what I'm doing.
Right.
So that I think that's the answer, long form.
No, that's beautiful. Thank you for taking the time, man. I know we meandered a lot, but I like to talk.
Oh, I enjoy it. No, I enjoy it. We ought to, I don't know if you're interested or not, but when the record comes out, it'd be cool to have you. Maybe we could do like a feature on the record or something.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd gladly have you back on.
Be cool. Maybe we could go through the songs or something. It'd be fun.
Absolutely. I appreciate talking to you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Are you going to put this online?
It's going to be, I'm part of, I just signed the deal with the Evergreen podcast network, which is a pretty decent size podcast network. And we're transferring over. So it's probably going to be 2 weeks. I think we go live July 1st with episodes. Yeah. So it'll be in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. It's very nice to meet you.
Hey, take care, my friend.
Okay, see you, man.
Be well. Cheers.
All right.